get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day. Every day I get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day.
Hey yo, what up? It's your boy New Face from Skool Tv. I'm down here with my man Kevon.
What's good? What's good?
And we want to showcase his new clothing line, Brilliant. I stumbled on it by a music artist that I'm familiar with, Vic Spencer. I seen him wearing it in his Snapchat, and immediately I'm like, man, bro, like, where you get that hoodie from? That motherfucker cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, man, this my family little clothing line. So I'm like, man, why don't you link me up with him? And that's how I came in touch with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's cuz.
Yeah, that's cuz.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want you to tell me like your beginnings, like who you are, how old you are, when you start, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Basically, I'm Kevon, man. I grew up over east, Tarrytown. Only 21, just turned 21 this year. Basically,
so you 21.
Yeah, 21, man.
Doing your thing, got your own clothing line. That's what's up.
So basically, man, I started this in June. Started June 2017 this year. And the whole development of this Brilliant thing, it came about when I was in high school. I went to Chicago Agriculture, and I transferred to Calumet. But me and my guy, we always had this thing. We always wanted to, have our own clothing brand and sell sneakers at the same time because we were so big into to the fashion industry and the sneaker thing. That's what we love. So, I went through a whole bunch of names from that period to now, and I had a couple of crazy names like Infamous Fashion, Brilliant Mind Billionaires, but that sounded too much like BBC. So it's like, man, I can't do that.
It did sound good though.
Yeah, it did. I might still use it, but I don't know if somebody bought it. I'm good on it. Then it came about Brilliant. I'm like, man, that's simple, universal. Somebody in they older age could wear it, somebody younger could wear it. It could tie into, Chicago youth centers. It could tie into a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, man, that's the route to go,
I mean, the name alone is a strong name, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what people strive for. You should strive to be brilliant, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like, the name alone stands out, you know what I'm saying? Then the way that you put your color schemes together is pretty dope. Like, what type of material is this?
Well, with the hoodies, I couldn't use gilding. Like, I'm real big on quality, man. It's like
gilding not really up to your standards.
Gilding or Bella Canvas, and there's a couple of brands that other brands use to create the material they trying to create, but I couldn't get with it. I'm a big person of quality. I feel like if you go on your bread to get something, it should be worth the quality. It should be worth it. I want somebody to buy this hoodie and be like, man, I'm proud to buy it.
Right.
That's the feeling I got when I went to G-Star and brought $200 jeans. It's like, man, I feel good in these.
These feel like it's worth what I paid.
So I did my research, looked at Fashion Geek, leaders, Joe Fresh Good stuff.
Oh yeah, make sure before we get too far, man, shout out to Fashion Geeks, Zoe, Rich, all the good guys over there. Shout out to leaders. Shout out to all the up and coming Chicago companies and those companies not even up and coming. Them companies is established. So shout out to them boys, man. And as you can hear from our conversation, Zoe and what Fashion Geeks is doing, leaders, what y'all doing, y'all inspiring the next generation. He 21 with his own clothing line, and that just those type of thoughts just being in people's mind, because it's so easy for you know what I'm saying, people like 21, 20, 19, 6, even down to the age of 14, 15, 16 to go a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you using your creativity to eventually establish yourself and be successful is something that I support and I salute. You feel me?
I appreciate it.
I definitely like what you're doing. Know what I'm saying? So, man, why don't you open up one of the hoodies and let's see how it really look, the whole layout. That right there go hard. I ain't gonna lie.
So
I got the Flight Jack 6s that'll go crazy with that.
So this a 2X. I had to get this out of my pop's closet because we sold out.
Oh man,
so,
that boy wicked.
So this right here, basically, man, coming out the door, I was talking to my main man, and it's just like, man, what can we do to really stand out, to really have people on edge? Like, who is this? Who this brand is?
Right.
All I kept telling him, like, bro, coming out the gate, I can't do silk screen. Everybody do silk screen.
Yeah, you see that everywhere. You see that everywhere.
So I'm like, man, what we gonna do? We gonna do the Chanel joints. That's gonna really mess their head up, coming out strong like that with Chanel patches and having them, individual like this. Just take time.
Like going back to what you said as far as quality, bro. Like this is good patchwork.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure during this interview I upload some up close pictures. So I know we filming 4K. But just in case that's not enough justice for y'all to see the quality of this hoodie right here, I'm gonna upload some more up close pictures of his hoodies, and he got shirts. Where can they find you if they looking for you?
You can find me on Instagram at Kevon773. The Instagram for the clothing line is called Brilliant Shy, CHI. That's on IG too. Facebook, Twitter at Kevon773 as well.
So if people looking to cop your clothes, what price ranges they looking for?
Well, the hoodies right now, they hit it for $75.
75 for the hoodies?
I'm in the works of giving another hoodie developed, that's gonna be silk screen, but it's still gonna be dope. It's gonna have a lot of, details and creativity into it, just for the people who not able to cop the Chanel joint off back.
Right.
But when I did this joint, it's a lot of companies charging $150.
Right.
$120 for Chanel hoodies off back,
right.
And then material is, boo-boo. So when I came out the door, I want people to, feel it. This is a thick hoodie, good material.
Right, it is.
It's gonna feel good. You going to the winter right now, feel good.
And that's one thing that I also try to stress when I talk to people, when I have conversations with people. That's one thing that I always try to stress is like, you got local companies that's doing their thing, but because they price points sometimes match these well-known brands, people want to argue down, Jew you down on the price. Know what I'm saying? No, come on, bro, look out for me. That's too much, bro. Come on. But at the same time, them same people will go on Macy's, Carson's, Nordstrom's, and drop a bag, and it'll be something for less quality.
I had to learn that too. Starting off, just having a lot of guys and family members, and they get that mindset to say, oh yeah, this is my guy, he got a clothing line. No, I ain't gotta pay. But them people really your friends and real life your family, they gonna support you
right.
And thick and thin, no matter what. If they gonna go to Macy's to get Macy's that money, they might as well say, hey, I'm gonna get my blood this money.
Right,
That's our people.
Right.
A lot of people ain't got the mindset to do that, but with this, that's why I tried to make it as cold and as dope as possible. Because with me, I'm never chasing a dollar.
You making the option easier for people when you got quality work and it look dope. It's like, why wouldn't you? It's a no-brainer.
That's been my whole vision, man. Just like not chasing a dollar, I'm chasing a dream. I know if I make something cold, creative, and it's it's good to me, I know people gonna accept it and feel good about it just like how I do. So that was my whole mindset and game plan with this starting out.
So that's good to hear, man. So like, what do you like as far as like, we not gonna get into like long-term goals like 10 years, because I'm one of them people that like to think step by step. I don't like to think about Z without thinking about A, B, and C first. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them people that always think like that. So as far as like, I'm not asking you get your plans up or get a game for free. I just want to know like what are you aiming for, like to establish next, like as far as like your immediate plans, like within the next year or two, I want to be doing this with my clothing line.
In the next couple of months, not even a year or two, the storefront is getting grabbed off back. I mean, that's already in the game plan, it's in the works, because I feel like if you got a clothing store in Chicago, it's mandatory to have somewhere where people could pull up, see your vision, and see what you put together. And you know, it's just about just going to do it. See, I'm a person that loves taking risks. Like,
right,
I'm gonna do my thing. This is what I believe in, so I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. So getting a storefront off back, that's something I gotta do.
Do you think the storefront is necessary? Because right now, if you look at the way things are, a lot of people sell a majority. Like, I know a lot of resellers that sell shoes. I know a lot of people with t-shirts, where you said like they do the silk screen, and a large number of their sales be based online.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about that, I know I'm gonna get more online sales, but real life my sales have been coming from people interacting with me, just seeing me in person and seeing the hoodie, and that's the same idea. You know, talking to leaders. You know, shout out to Corey, that's my man. I know they get a lot of their sales from online. You know, you gotta learn how to milk the game. You gotta learn how to hustle. So,
right.
You know, to have both of them is not bad. You can never go wrong with it because you still need a shop, a physical shop for people to pull up to really see your vision. And like I say, with a shop, I'm not only trying to, you know, sell stuff. I'm trying to have it as when I'm working in there too, like my workshop basically. Live, sleep, eat in there. That's my baby.
Right.
So I want to do my thing in that shop, you know, and just bring that vision to Chicago. I feel like it's needed.
With me being a person that travel a lot doing this TV show, I see a lot of smaller stores and smaller clothing lines that people might not be familiar with. Yeah. And I know there's a theme right now with people that opening stores. The purpose is to create a vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you walk in there, you seeing like wild, crazy shit. Like, it just set the tone for your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk in, like I just did the Don C Air Force One pop up, and you know, and the pop up they had at RSVP, they created a whole vibe from the time you walk in. Yeah. They got the pictures, they got the shoes on display sitting on like crystals. I mean, it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I went to a store in California. I forget the name right now, but when you walk inside their store, they had like you know, the artificial fake golf grass. Yeah. They had that throughout the entire store instead of like you walking on hardwood. So I mean, I'm noticing even Joe Fresh, like Fat Tiger. Yeah. You walk in they store, it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's something that you plan on doing, creating your vibe around your brand.
Yeah, the only vibe I can honestly say that's like been representative of what they're doing is leaders. You going to leaders, man, they make you feel like your family.
Exactly.
And it's just like, that's the same vibe I want to feel. Like, if somebody coming to shop with me, they showing me love, I want to show love back. It ain't none of that, you know, hurry up and buy, get out. Nah, it's, man, you gonna look around, explore, chop it up with me. You got some cool kicks on, I want to talk about that with you, man. I just want to get it to the point where I don't want the youth or nobody who has a vision or a dream to be scared to, you know, to go out and reach what they want to reach. You know, that's what leaders did for me. You know, talking to Corey and everything, you know, being a little guy like 16, you know, meeting him. You know, you get kind of, you know, frigid, like, I don't want to say nothing. Yeah. That's how it was. And, you know, they just open gates, open arms, like, man, what's good, this, that.
Yeah, that's one thing, that's one thing I co-sign. When you walk into leaders, definitely look up leaders. If you don't know, I think it's their Instagram is LDRS1354.
Yeah.
And definitely, if you haven't heard about them, because I know a lot of my followers is from a lot of different states, definitely look them up, because that's one Chicago brand that has become a cornerstone of Chicago. Like, there's no way around it. Like, New York got Supreme and a few other brands. You know, you go to certain states and they got their brands. Leaders for Chicago is that brand. And like you was just saying, like, when you walk in there, they definitely treat you like your family. You're not just a customer. You more so like, hey, you more so. They more so, they'll talk with you before they try to sell you something. Yeah. You know, and have a conversation with you. And I see what you're saying, like, that will make a person want to come back and shop with you. Because it's an experience, and it's dope to see people do that.
Yeah, that's the whole game plan. You know, it's about how you present yourself to people. You know, you even gonna be humble or you're not gonna be humble. I'm a real humble person, man. You know, coming out the gate. humble. You know, I really ain't had no expectation. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sell some stuff, but I didn't know it was gonna sell out like that, man. 6 months strong, I'm selling out every time I drop something.
That's what's
and
up,
it's just
man.
like, that's love.
Yeah, it really is, because one thing about it, man, like I said, it's a beautiful thing to see people taking their creativity and taking it in a direction to be successful in a legit way.
Yeah.
You know, because we get a lot of coming from the areas we come from, we get a lot of people that might have that talent, but they go a different way, and it's good to see you doing what you're doing, and especially this good quality, this patchwork. You feel me? I'm definitely gonna be wearing it in some of my upcoming TV shows, interviews. You know, I support these local brands. You know, I'm wearing one right now. This Trap House Chicago. They did a collaboration with Leaders. You know, I'm always looking to support the Chicago brands. And if you don't know, now you know, man. Make sure you keep your eyes open for Brilliant. One more time, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Kevon773, Kevon 773. IG, same thing, Kevon 773. And again, for the clothing line, it's Brilliant Shy, CHI, and it's simple like that, BRILLIANT no dot, just CHI, Brilliant Shy. And you can hit me up, whatever. And these the shirts too as well, man. Like the simple logo t-shirts. There's more shirts coming, more creativity coming as well. You know, just coming out the gate strong. I just like doing simple stuff that everybody can rock with their kicks and everybody can connect to and vibe with, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you said kicks. So we're gonna wrap it up right now, but we definitely not done, because we finna get into some shoe talk real quick, man. So Flight Skool TV, man, until next time.
Gotcha.
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy Face from Flight Skool TV. I'm right here with my man Kevon from Brilliant Clothing Line. Make sure you check them out as soon as possible. And right now, we finna switch it up from talking about his clothing line, which y'all make sure that y'all check it out. It's dope. Give me your information one more time.
Kevon 773. Kevon 773. That's for IG and Twitter, and y'all can go to the website at www.brilliantshy.com. You know, check everything out. The tees, you know, everything. I'm gonna keep y'all posted with everything that happens. You know, follow me.
All right, now we about to get into some sneaker talk, because these Gatorades just arrived in the mail today, a little bit earlier than they release date. They come out in a few days, but the Sneakers app did a stash spot where they gave you clues to go get in that general area or go to that location, set up your turn on your Bluetooth, and it'll activate a beacon. And once you in that area that they sent you to with the clues that they gave, you was able to lock in your pair and get your shoe early. So I got these right here a little bit early. I got these on the day they came out. I had to get both, honestly. Like, I'm a fan of the Carmine 6s. This remind me of the Carmine 6s, just with the Gatorade theme going. I mean, the leather that they used on this is butter. The leather that they used on this, butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just talking about it, and he brought up the fact it kind of remind you of the shattered backboard quality. You know, it's a real good leather that's on his shoe. So, I mean, if you grab it, you definitely getting your money worth. It's like $175, $190, I think. You know what I'm saying? You definitely not getting cheated out of your money. If you into the color scheme. I like the entire rollout. From the quality on this box is just like I don't even know how to describe it's not a plastic, it's like
a waterproof material.
Yeah, it's like a waterproof material kind of it got like, I don't know how to describe it to you, but it's definitely the entire box got a whole different feel. It's not a plastic box. It came with this Gatorade towel, which is different from the other towels that I got, because when I actually did the Sneakers app stash spot, they actually gave me a little to-go bag, and they gave me not this towel, but they gave me this towel. Now that's when I won. That's when I won from the stash app. Then when I bought the 6s, it came with this Gatorade towel. You know, it just got the G's all over it. But these right here came with a much smaller towel, but it's still pretty dope. You know, I like the whole Gatorade campaign. Everything they doing right now, like the way they launching it, the way they got you going out and trying to find shoes.
That whole concept
So
dope.
I mean, just to talk sneakers, man. Like, how do you feel about the raffle system right now?
Basically, the raffle game is. I hate it. Only reason I hate it because I feel like I missed out on so many opportunities because of resellers or hype beasts.
And you the type that you buy your shoes to wear.
Yeah, I rock all my kicks.
Right.
I rock them all. I'm not knocking the hustle because getting shoes now it's a profitable business. It's an investment now. That's why I like to keep my kicks because any rainy day come around, you can always still get them on. Pop this off. But besides that, I just wish it'd go back to first come, first serve because it gave everybody that solid opportunity. If you woke up late, that's on you.
That's your fault.
Yeah. Instead of, everybody getting on the raffle on the sneaker app, trying to get it, and the system is
you gotta compete. It's
a
lot of things you competing with bots and everything that.
Low key, they've been doing a better job of knocking the bots out the system. I know Adidas just did a restock with the Yeezys, the Beluga 2.0s because it was like 18,000 bots that was used, so they had dropped 18,000 pairs again. But just with that, it's just like, man, take it back to the first come first serve days, and it's just like, man, that whole vibe with the sneaker community, with sneaker people, is dope anyway. So get a shoe experience again. I know back in the older days, like when old heads in the 90s used to camp out or even go to probably Tony Sports or whatever the case is, they had that experience of grabbing them kicks and stuff. There's history behind it.
Right, and when you standing in them lines, you meeting people, because y'all sitting out there for hours, you naturally end up talking.
Yeah, what happened? I had a dope experience with that when I waited outside to get the Don C's, the pink joints.
Right.
So we knew he was dropping the man joints, but everybody wanted the little girl joints and stuff. And I was just trying to, get them just to get them. Just to have them stashed away, just in case if I had a shorty or something. And just that whole atmosphere, man. I met some dope people, cool people, man.
Just sitting in line.
Buying donuts and tacos and everything, man. Yeah. It's a great experience.
I recently had to sit in. I recently stood in line. Man, I was out there for about 5-6 hours at the RSVP when they dropped the Travis Scott.
Okay.
The line was insane. So I get there like 3 hours before. I'm thinking that's good enough. Man, it's people that's been out there all night.
Yeah.
But luckily, I'm not sure how it happened, if they called and ordered more pair.
Yeah.
But luckily, they had enough pair by the time they got to me, which was like 6 hours later, that I was able to grab my pair of them Travis Scott Air Force Ones. Yeah. The creativity on them is one that I ain't really seen on too many shoes. The way he got it to where you can swap out the Nike sign,
the
then you can choose. They got the front patches that's right here. You can take those off, rock it without it, rock it with it. The gold grill at the bottom.
I mess with the.
Then they got the reflecting. He is like 3M on the stitching. He went crazy. Him and Don C. As far as recent Air Force Ones drop, the Rockefeller ones is good for the
OGs.
for the OGs who remember what that was.
I wanted that shit though, cause I that period of growing up, I remember when that shit dropped and I couldn't get it, and just me being a hip hop fan in general, that's one of the shoes you gotta have in your collection, like Air Force Ones in general.
Exactly.
You can't be a sneakerhead or be like, I mess with kicks, and you don't have stuff that commands what the sneaker game.
You gotta. In my opinion, everybody is different. We live in a time where your shoe collection is based off hype sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you really into shoes and you really love shoes, then I feel like you should have an Air Max. You should have an Air Force One.
Yeah.
You should have a Jordan 1. You know what I'm saying? You should have a Jordan 11. You should have maybe even some of those old Adidas.
Or at least had them one time in your lifetime.
Right. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, because if you're a sneakerhead, it can't just be what. Oh man, Travis Scott dropped a shoe.
Yeah, that's it.
My shoe game is crazy. Supreme just did another collab. My shoe game is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel. I feel like just like you gotta have them rock Air Force Ones. You gotta have the all white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them classics.
You gotta have a pair of all white classics
now,
in your
it's
collection.
crazy you bringing up the all whites because Herb did a good job of bringing the hype back with the Air
G
Force
Fazos.
Ones. Everybody, the youth now is calling them G Fazos.
Yeah, they call them G Fazos.
And not all whites. You had your mids, your high tops, and your lows. I needed a pair of all lows. Just give me all white lows. That's how we used to just say it back in my generation when I was growing up. And he doing a good job with that, man.
And I'm gonna tell you a funny story about that. Is that Don C just had the Air Force One pop-up event at his store at RSVP.
Yeah.
And so I was up there. I went up there for it was a 4-day event.
Yeah.
I was up there 2 of those days, and Bump J was up there.
Yeah.
And they had the back section where you can customize your Air Force Ones and dip it in paint and change the stitching and all that.
Yeah.
And Bump J and his son was making they Air Force Ones, but on the side of his Air Force Ones it said G Fazo.
You got to.
And that's an episode that's coming up, so definitely expect to see that footage. All my Chicago people, we know what Bump J mean to the city, and when y'all see him making Air Force Ones that say G Fazos, just know, man.
Job.
He bump definitely in tune with the culture right now. He rocking with the youngest, and he ain't old and bitter. You feel me?
Nah, not at all.
He ain't
What's
old and
crazy?
bitter.
My guy Daddy cut Bump J Hub. So
That's what's up, man.
he around in the circle too.
That's what's up. But going back to the sneaker talk, like as far as who do you think winning right now? Adidas, Jordan, Nike? Or do we gotta break it down into individuals as far as people? It's like, okay, if we don't go Adidas, Jordan, and Nike, do we gotta go who winning between Jordan, Michael Jordan, Kanye, Pharrell, Travis Scott, and Don C?
That's so many peas in a pot to pick out.
That's what I'm saying. So, I'm just trying to pick your brain apart and try to see what your mind say, because you just turned 21.
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna keep it real with you. Far as brand wise, Nike and Jordan and Adidas. Well, I really put Nike and Jordan together low key, but
you like if you had to separate them, they actually is separate companies, but like they still got their classics that they forced to drop together.
Nike.
But if we gonna say Nike, Jordan. Well, okay, I'm gonna lay it out like this. I'm gonna just throw them all out there: Nike, Jordan, Adidas, Asics, Pumas, which is on the rise because Jay-Z doing a lot with Puma right now.
Yeah.
Reebok doing stuff with Future and Cameron from Dipset.
Yeah.
Out of all them, who you think is winning right now?
Like, be real with you.
Got the momentum, got the wave right now.
Reebok can do all they could do. They hot because of their OG kicks. If they still continue to bring out their OG kicks, they good. But with the Cameron and the Future joints,
he did the Future joint.
that's not really gonna catch so many people waves.
That's not
with the Pumas, with the Pumas, they had the.
They got Meek Mills, they got Rihanna.
Nah, Meek not with them no more.
He lost that. I
don't think he lost. I think it was just, it was done.
I see.
don't know.
Let me not speak on what I don't know. You feel me? Because I thought Meek Mills was with Puma, but maybe that ain't panning out. I don't know. I don't want to speak on nothing I don't know.
He ain't rocking it no more. So.
But I know they still got Jay-Z.
Yeah, they got Big Sean.
They did a 444 Puma that man. I want to get my hands on them.
That was Vegas Jones too. Like,
no man, I want to get my hands on them bad. Them boys was wicked. I don't even wear Pumas. The Clyde Drexler joint. Like, I never really got into Puma like that. But Meek was wearing them. Then you seen Rihanna drop her Puma. Then Jay-Z got really behind them. Big Sean, like you said.
That's how they killing. Rihanna, like that whole thing she's going with them, she's making them dope again. I feel like that's their go-to person because every time they drop, even for me, I'm a male and that female shoe is just dope as hell.
Right.
So They get in that lane, but they ain't in the mix with Jordan and Nike, man, and Adidas.
So
them
you,
top three.
So you, what's your number one?
Nike. Only reason I say Nike does so much from the clothing to the shoe. You know, all the Vapor Max and Air Maxes, man. Them 97s that drop. You know, about them being that anniversary, man. 97s has been my favorite shoe. One of my favorite shoes this year, man.
It's crazy because like if you follow the social media, you would think everything revolved around Yeezys and Pharrells. But meanwhile,
it do look
the Vapor Max, the off-white Prestos, the off-white Vapor Max, like they is making some moves that you just like. The Travis Scott Air Force Ones we just mentioned, that was crazy.
Yeah, they
the
do.
Don C Air Force Ones, you got a pair?
Yeah, I got a pair of Don C Air Force Ones.
The inside of that shoe, the leather is butter. I'm talking about, man, it's just an overall quality shoe.
The undefeated 97.
The undefeated.
They amazing. I got them too. So
they did. You know, they got that's more so Jordan brand, but you know Jordan Nike, but they got the Supreme collab. Yeah. With them.
That like Nike they doing their thing. After Nike, I feel like it's Adidas, because with the Yeezy Wave, and I ain't gonna stunt, Adidas apparel, they trio soccer pants is amazing, man. Them like go-to pants for whenever you need to pop out of occasion.
Relaxing, airport flights, and everything.
As far as them 750s, the best shoe Kanye made for them. Kanye really did them justice and is really saving that brand, you know, doing a lot. I can't even stunt. They dropped a dope pair of a D-Rose last year, you know, the Solar 8 red joint.
Yeah, and
I love them.
And they got some new, D-Rose got another one on the way,
so,
actually.
I ain't gonna stunt, Adidas doing their thing, but Nike gonna always be that front runner, and Adidas gonna be always behind them, man. I don't see them catching up. They there, but
let me ask you another tough question. Let's say it's a 2-on-2 match. Let's put Pharrell and Kanye versus Virgil with his off-whites and Don C.
I'm going with the Don C's off-white.
Oh, so you choosing Virgil and Don C over Kanye and Pharrell?
Yeah, only because Virgil and Don C. Really, it's because it's Don C. Don C, he puts so much creativity, and that leather on his shoes is just amazing, bro.
And even more than creativity, bro, like the quality of every shoe he dropped. I never seen a Don C that didn't have premium leather.
I'm myself.
It's like I never seen a bad Don C. Like sometimes you'll get sometimes not to knock Jordan, I love Jordan, but sometimes you'll get a Jordan and you'll be like, man,
what's this glue? You got glue all right here.
Yeah, why is this plastic?
Shoe, like it's always clean.
What's
man.
the name of the white and red 13s they dropped? It was mostly white then with the red trim. History of Flight.
The History of Flight, I think it was the alternate something.
Yeah, but like if I know that I'm looking at that 13, I'm like, why is this part like plastic? Like, you know, sometimes you'll get a shoe like that, but Don C never gave me a shoe that I was like, what is this? It's always premium leather.
I always happy to spend my money with Don C, even with Virgil. Just seeing the off-whites in person and just really looking at it, the whole thing he did with them, coming up with the little small little details, the little hint of colors, and you know, even the little pull tag.
Yeah, the way it just seemed like as far as like if you're thinking about people that's thinking outside the box, the off-white brand Virgil, what he doing is like he basically like, let me tear this apart and start it all over. And put it all back together. This patchwork.
And I love they from Chicago doing it. Same thing with Kanye. That was
my next question. I always ask, like I did an interview with Vida from Success.
Okay.
And I also talked to Diego from Leaders.
Okay.
And my question, but they OGs. And you're a little bit younger. Like I said, you just turned 21, so you still younger. So what I want to know is do you think Chicago get the respect that it deserves now, before you answer, I'm gonna lay out the full scheme, because right now I look at the game and I see Kanye, I see Virgil. I see Don C. I see Leaders. I see St. Alfred. I see Nortrey Shop. I see Success. I see Fashion Geeks.
Yeah.
Even Fuck Fame. Shout out to Fuck Fame, Dave. You know I fuck with you, bro. But even like with these people making all this noise in our city. Chance the Rapper. Shout out to Chance too. He pioneering a lot of stuff that's going on. Like Vic Mensa. Shout out to Vic Mensa. He pioneering a lot. You know, how do you feel about the respect Chicago get? Do you feel like Chicago get is just dudes like, man, Chicago, man. Like a lot of people identify fashion with New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is in New York. So do you think that people respect us as much as like places like New York, Cali, and Paris?
Only reason I say no is because Chicago does things where we're not outside. When it comes to fashion, you know, and people wearing fashion, we're not outside of the box in some ways. You know, we have certain people that's outside of the box. New York, their whole crowd is outside of the box. Where their whole fashion community, our fashion community is dope too, but
we got tradition.
Yeah, cause I get people tell
to
me a lot of times, you from New York. And I just look like, huh? Like, how's that? But
because Chicago got a traditional way of
yeah,
dressing.
I can understand it though, but that's just how it is. I think it would never change, but New York they got them dope little shops, you know, Supreme, BBC, and it's just like
okay, but actually, you know, for real with the BBC, for real he do a lot in New York, but I think he's from Virginia.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But Virginia is another place that you can almost put them in a question like,
no, they sneak
because they got Pusha T.
Yeah,
you know they got Timberland. Not the Timberland boot, but you know Timberland and Magoo and Missy Elliott. They got a lot of artists that set trends.
Oh yeah, you're not lying with that, cause same thing with DC. They sneaker community is big
right,
too.
Wale, shout out to Wale, man, cause he be going crazy.
So it's a lot of things, you know, you could pick and pull out, toss away in a lot of, you know, states and cities. But like I say, VA, you know, DC, Chicago, New York, even LA, Miami a little bit too. You know, those, you know, heavy sneaker communities.
When do you ever see like Chicago being that place? I mean, like
Chicago's that place now, low key.
You feel like now
Chicago,
people know what's up.
Chicago's that place because, you know, when real exclusive joints come out, I gotta bring that to light too. The best one I done grabbed this year was the Leah May joints. That corduroy and that satin on that shoe is amazing.
I missed it.
I was at St. Alfred. I didn't. I had it on my man's on cream. I paid $350 for it, but that shoe was worth every penny. The quilted leather and the inside.
And that was which one?
The Leah May joints, the corduroy, the black and the satin joints.
I missed them. I ain't seen them yet.
Nah, they was cool. If I show you the picture, you gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull up a picture a little bit later.
That is in Chicago. Damn, I didn't forget the question.
Yeah, but but you was basically saying Chicago got the respect right now.
Yeah, we do.
And you were saying that the releases that come out of Chicago.
Yeah, sometimes it's just LA, Chicago, and New York City. In the top 3 cities,
right.
You know, sneaker wise. So Chicago is definitely in that speaking aspect of what we have to be talking about, because our sneaker culture is crazy. It's on the level of New York and everything. It's just when it comes into the fashion, that's a whole different ball game. That's New York, first runner up, and I say LA, then maybe us.
So you'll say New York, LA, then Chicago?
Yeah, but sneaker wise, Chicago, New York, Chicago, or Chicago, New York, then LA. LA 30 with that, but it's always Chicago, New York, Chicago, going toe to toe with each other with the sneaker game.
See, I think in my personal opinion, I think Chicago, we don't get the respect right now, but I think it's coming. Yeah. Like I can see it coming, because what I'm waiting to see is more collabs. Like right now, everybody collabing, and me personally, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just Timberland. All right, you got a pair of Timberlands. It's OVO Tims, Nas Tims. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, this a Jordan. It's Supreme Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the Air Max. It's an off-white Air Max. It's an undefeated Air Max. I like seeing these collabs because it just make it better for the consumer like us. We get all these people collabing and the competitiveness is making it better for us. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it should get to a point where we should see more Chicago brands have those collabs. Yeah, you're right. That's I see like Virgil. He got the off-white clothing. Then he eventually got a collab. You know what I'm saying? Don C. He came in the gate with a collab. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, we got clothing lines out here that's doing their thing, such as Leaders. Leaders has had collabs in the past. But it would be great to see that now. With that Nike. Nike collab. It'd be great to see that now, like to see a Leaders collab right now when things is scorching hot. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be a Fashion Geeks collab. That too. You know, because I want to say a RSVP collab is almost like a Don C collab. Right, it is. So you're not lying with that aspect. Like I say, you know how Supreme got, how New York City got that Supreme and stuff like that. They get that Supreme shoe. And they got that collab, we don't got and it's been rolling ever since. We don't got that. I just want to see that in Chicago one day. Now but I think it's on the way. I can't see what brand would. See, I think honestly, if I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to be biased, because you gotta understand this is a platform, and you know, I want, as far as me representing Flight School, I really try to see it from every angle, but I think the collab that first come to mind that would make sense and be dope would be Fashion Geeks, because they. Right now, when you talk about the shorties, the kids, what they rocking with, and the like I know the people that's behind Fashion Geeks is behind the scenes with a lot of these big players. To be honest with you, I hate to say it, I think if it was to come to that point, I think it'd probably be Fat Tiger first. And you think it'll be Fat Tiger? Only reason I say Fat Tiger because he done had an amazing year doing the collab with Nike, with the Chicago Bears thing, then the Chicago Bulls thing. The jersey. Then, so that just off the gate, just because it's hype behind that, it would probably be him. You know, respectively, it's supposed to be Leaders and Geek first because those are the two shops that did their thing first. And you know Juggernaut too. We can't forget about Juggernaut. Juggernaut been doing their thing for like 10 years. I'm on soul. You know, and they got their own clothing line. Even Success got their own clothing line. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, you can look at Leaders, you can look at Juggernaut, Fashion Geeks, Fat Tiger, and you can just say, man, I can see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But I, in my opinion, I want to see a Leaders kid come out of, you know, out of something and have that be created especially for anybody. Man, if I can choose, I would definitely choose Leaders because I like their environment, I like their staff, I like their store, I like the way they run things. Like I like their brand, their quality of clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the things, they don't just put anything in their store. No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? They really pick and choose what's in their store, and that's even dope because you got some of these stores that whatever I can get in my store, I'm putting it on shelves. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really see a lot of that in Leaders. You know, that's why I say that would have to be the first kid. Okay, so if Leaders did a collab, who would you want to see them collab with? I mean, you got Air Force Ones, Asics, Converse, Vans. I want to see them collab with Adidas. With Adidas? Only reason I say Adidas because, you know, them and Nike, you know, been in the game for a while, but Adidas, it just feels right. Which Adidas should they collab on? It would have to be one of those. What's crazy? They did collab with Adidas. Yeah, they did. They did a few collabs. But I'm talking about like right now. If I'm talking about right now, present moment. If they did a collab right now, who would you want? I know Leaders is underrated. I'm trying to tell y'all. Leaders is underrated. Y'all is not giving them the respect they deserve. Them is big boys out here. They done plenty of collabs. Cause I wouldn't want to see them do an Ultra Boost or any type of Yeezy. I just don't feel like that's their way. Do one of them
the old school, Adidas joints.
Yeah,
that's them.
Yeah, that's when you walk in there, talk to them, you get that feel like.
Yeah, like one of them low mid cut joints or low top Adidas joints.
I can see them doing like an Air Max 90. Air Max 90.
Yeah, even with them, if they was to go the Nike route, Air Force One off back, you know.
You think they should? I think I can see them doing an Air Max, like Leader's Air Max.
Yeah, that too. An Air Max 90 wouldn't be bad at all, and the Air Force One off back because I can see it with the little L with the wing on the side, on the tongue, you know, blacked out, you know, different shoe color laces on it, you know, probably like the little metal joints on the lace holes, you know. It could be a dope little concept with the Air Force One. It could be a lot you could do to it that's simple but still dope with their color scheme and everything. So Air Force One with Nike off back, you know, Adidas some type of old school Adidas with them, and with Jordan brand, it had to be a one.
Yeah, off back, definitely. So the last question that I want to ask before we wrap everything up is that this is a question that I personally wonder. Kanye been dropping a lot more like general releases.
Yeah.
Do you see Yeezys being that shoe for a long period of time, or do you see Pharrell passing him or Virgil and Off-White passing him?
Well,
because how do you see Yeezys in the next couple years? Do you see they stock like diminishing, like
no,
not in the stock market, but I mean like
just in
as
general,
far as like consumer value to them?
Nah,
you don't see it dropping at all, huh?
It's Kanye. Everybody goes crazy over Kanye.
Right.
Now with Pharrell doesn't. He gets the respect, but with his line of shoes, he's a dope person. He drops them, you know, that's an exclusive drop. You know that it's gonna get the respect it deserves, and people are gonna copy it. But Kanye even came out his mouth. He wants to take over the sneaker, you know, that chain gang and do his thing. So the Yeezy thing, that would never come to an end no time soon. That's why I believe that's why he went to Adidas. You know, Nike didn't want to give him that creativity that Adidas is doing. And so far with Virgil, you know, he's in the same boat with Pharrell. You know, they got a 2018 Off-White collab coming out as well. You know, continuing.
Yeah, I seen a couple sample pictures of the Jordan 1, the blue ones.
Yeah.
Then he got a white Vapor Max on the way.
He got two Vapor Max coming out.
Yeah, I seen those on the way. That's what I was wondering, like, with these emerging, like with Pharrell getting bigger and Virgil getting bigger. And,
I kind of put Virgil in the same boat as Pharrell. You know, those are exclusive drops you get, and that's it. You know, they not gonna restock like Belugas or, you know,
keep coming out with different colorways.
Yeah, and Yeezy had his period, because the 750s, it's only 4 pairs of them. And it's just like, man, if you didn't get a pass, you lucked out now. But I don't see Kanye going nowhere anytime soon. I do see him on a level as a Jordan brand, because that's what it's at now, man. In the top two sneakers, man. Like, you either want Jordans or you want Yeezys.
Right, yeah. So basically, hey, but I just want to give a shout out to my guest, man. Brilliant clothing line, man. He gave y'all the information. Make sure y'all go check that out, support, and be on the lookout for more upcoming material, because you see it, man. Quality work, man. Good guy.
Yeah. Love.
Until next time, man. It's your boy Face from Flight School, and we out.